Thank you very much for having me. It's good to be here.
Oh, it's good to have you, man. And we have returning co-host. That's what we want to call him, Mr. Ninja Jinja, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Frat Allen. No, no sound. are are you just so hyper focused right now, Matt, or can you not hear us? I think it's
Wow, must be deep in thought.
I think it's a combination of both, honestly, because Matt just be like that sometimes. Like literally, because Matt just be like that sometimes. Oh, hold on. There we go. Because honestly, Matt will just be like out of nowhere. We'll have a completely normal conversation. We're going in, we're getting deep in thought, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, "Hmm, want to hear a scary story?" 7 months ago, before my birth, my dad went to a party with my mom, and I left with my mom, or something like that. Matt is just, oh my goodness.
Went to a party with my dad and left with my mom.
Obviously. Oh my goodness. Why can't I?
There it is.
There we go. There's Matt. There we go. We got him. We got
I'm
Dylan here.
trying. I'm having issues with lighting and this background working.
What are the issues? I mean, it looks good to me.
Cutting my head off.
Oh, I forgot. You know what? It's scary season. Why do I have any other background besides the spooky scary season background?
Like it just doesn't look natural. You know what I mean?
Well, most green screens don't look natural. I don't think this looks natural. But
So, a whole lot better than mine.
Hey, whatever works, man.
I don't know, guys. I mean, does it really look like I'm here? You tell me.
Could be anywhere right now.
Right. What's up, Randall? We got Alex. We got Dylan in the chat. What's up, guys? Let's go. We out here. Good evening. Hey, Matt. Hi, Dylan.
You know what I think my problem is my camera is not in the right spot. So I'm gonna pull that over here because I tend to look at you guys more than I look at chat.
Man, I'm gonna be real. The whole thing is just like glitching out on you right
now. You're glitching out on me.
Yeah. So, Ryan, let's get to your show. What do you mainly talk about on the nerd culture?
Yeah, so Nerd Culture is a YouTube channel I'm a part of. It's a bunch of other people as well as myself. It's not just a one-person show. And what I do is I have a podcast. It's called the Nerdcast.
Okay.
Where I review movies past and what lack there is of the present because, COVID-19 has ruined everybody's lives for a lot of reasons. But that's going on. And then I host a series of videos on our channel called the Interview Series where I have a guest. I try to have a guest on every week. We sit down, we have a conversation, through virtual means because COVID can't be around people really.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that's what I do at Nerd Culture, and I love doing it. I've loved movies since I was probably 4 years old, and I love movies to pieces. I love talking about them. I like sharing my passion about movies with other people, and I like interviewing people on the Interview Series because that's when I get a chance to meet other creators, other artists. Whether they're a writer or a producer or somebody who works in film, television, or other industries, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun because the convention season has been kind of shut down because of COVID. I just had a guest on this week, and he was a vendor I met at a convention last year, and I had him on. I said, hey, we haven't seen each other in a long time since that last convention. Let's have a conversation. Let's try to, just talk about some stuff and talk about, your thing, your business, and try to get it out there. And he was very thankful for that. And he was a great guest. That would be Chris Severn of Spiral Rewind. He's a really great guy. So that's been a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome. So how do you go to cons a lot or conventions?
Yeah, I've been going to conventions since 2012. So I've been going to conventions for 8 years. Most of the time I'm an attendee, or I go for the last year or so before COVID struck. Nerd Culture and I were going, and we would get B-roll, we'd get footage. We would talk to a lot of the vendors who were there, and to get their names out there, talk about them as much as we can, and that kind of stuff. And it's great. We love meeting new people. We love collaborating with people. We love working with people. So it's been a real blast. It really has.
What conventions do you guys go to?
We've been to Monster Mania in Hunt Valley in Maryland. We've been to Shore Leave, which is in Maryland. We've been to Awesome Con, which is in the nation's capital of Washington, D.C. I've been to RetroCon, which is in Oaks, Pennsylvania. I've been to the Great Philadelphia Comic Con in Oaks, Pennsylvania. I've been to Wizard World in PA. I've been to, Lexington Comic and Toy Convention in Lexington, Kentucky. And that was one of my first conventions. And I got to say, Lexington Comic and Toy Convention is freaking awesome. It's wild. The people there are so nice, so respectful, so down to earth. All the celebrity guests, the vendors, the people who run it behind the scenes, which is, it's a big operation. Running a convention is no small task, and I commend all the people who run these things because it is not an easy thing to do. But it's been great getting to meet with them and talk with them.
Oh, absolutely, dude. We go to Dragon Con here in Atlanta, and I absolutely
Yeah.
highly recommend it to anybody that is
It's on my
ever
list.
yes that is never or has been. Oh, hold on one second. There we go. That has been or never has been to a con. Highly recommend it. You know, I think the best thing about cons is not even meeting the cool celebrities that show up there, the vendors. It's all the costumes, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking
Yeah,
love the
I just started
costumes.
cosplaying a year ago, so meeting meeting some of the cosplayers, or just seeing all the people who are walking around wearing different outfits, portraying different characters. It's wild. It really is.
Who'd you cosplay as?
I've cosplayed as Indiana Jones. That's my first one. Harrison Ford from Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade. I've put on both outfits because in Last Crusade, I know it's a small touch, but he wears a tie during parts of the movie in Last Crusade. So I have that look going on. I have a Last Crusade style fedora, have a Raiders of the Lost Ark style fedora in my collection. So I use that for my cosplays. And I've cosplayed as Clark Kent from Smallville, the TV series Smallville, to be more specific, because I know there's a lot of Clark Kents and there's a lot of iterations of Superman out there. So just to be more specific, and I do have ideas for more cosplays moving forward as soon as Earth reopens.
That's a good way to put it, to be honest.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
does feel like Earth has been shut down for a minute.
Yeah, and it's going to be that way for a little while, because it's a pandemic. These things last quite a bit of time, and you just got to roll with it, man. Just got to roll with it.
Did you have any cons that were shut down while you were over there? Like, did you have any cons coming up that, just got shut down?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. It was a combination of a couple of different things. Some of them were canceled. Some just went virtual. They had them online. You just watch the panels from the comfort of your own home, which is great. Don't get me wrong. And vendors are on the convention pages, advertising their businesses, and you get a chance to see what they're all about and buy some stuff from them. So most of them have been gone virtual. They're online on their respective Facebook pages and their respective websites, and then some of them have been what do you call it? Postponed. Like, oh, well, this year's show, sorry guys,
Right.
we've been postponed, but we're going to come back in 2021 and do it again, hopefully. So that stuff has been going on, but it's it is what it is, and it's been fine and it's been fun. I've gotten a chance to still check out some things here and there on social media, and that's the beauty of all this technology. If we didn't have this stuff during the course of this pandemic, our lives would be a heck of a lot worse than they are now, because we have these pieces of technology that allow us to stay in touch with our families, our friends, our loved ones, the people we care about most, and just to continue to do our shows through streaming services, or doing it through Zoom, or whether it's StreamYard or any other service that's out there.
Yeah, honestly, I love the fact that we can come together through Zoom. But to be honest, I think Dragon Con was going virtual too. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But there's just not an appeal in that to me. I get seeing the panels. If that's what you go for, then I get it. Fine, 100%. But that's not what I go for. I go for the interactions, the cosplay. I go for the people. Like, you meet some really cool people, some really weird people, but some really cool people. And I kid you not, it's just one of the most fun environments, because where Dragon Con's held, it's like in the center of Atlanta. And so you walk, like, it takes up blocks of Atlanta, and you just see people walking down with Overwatch costume, Star Trek costume, Ray is a big one. Ray from Star Wars. Yes, Ray, Deadpool. Matt, honestly, you would love a con.
Yeah, but like you were saying, oh, hey, by the way, everybody, I am here. I've just been being quiet for once in my life.
He's got the sun. He's got the guns out because the sun's out.
I don't see the point in, like you were saying earlier, doing everything virtual. That just defeats the purpose. That's kind of like, oh, I'm gonna attend this concert, but I'm gonna watch it on YouTube. Like, if I'm going to a con, I want it to be like in person. I don't want it to be me sitting behind a computer screen.
Okay, so fair. But the only way, all right, so the counter argument to that is, have you seen the Travis Scott concert on Fortnite?
Yeah, but again, as cool as that
thing
was,
is crazy.
As cool as that was, that'd be a whole lot cooler in person.
I don't know how
Hmm.
they would get all those visuals in person because it was like a whole psychedelic
I can't.
experience.
I, I can't speak to the visual of this stuff because this is where Ryan exits stage left. I know what Fortnite is, but I don't know anything else. But I will say this. I will say this. As someone who loves to watch movies, and I like going to the movie theaters and going to see these movies with my friends, mind you, to see these big blockbusters that we were supposed to get in 2020. Now, unfortunately, a lot of these have been delayed towards the end of the year, next year, what have you. We started a series on a YouTube channel that I collaborate with, and they actually help distribute our content to more viewers. And we're very appreciative of hanging with Web Show, Web TV, just to point that out. We started a series this month called Hanging with Web Show, Web TV Presents Film Freaks, where we get people together through virtual means, and we watch a movie together that's available through public domain. So we don't have to worry about copyrights or
Oh, really?
people slapping us with lawsuits, whatever. They're all in the public domain, so you can stream these movies wherever and whenever you want. So
it's like a
we
watch
started
party.
the month of we started the month of October because it's Halloween month. So we're starting with what do you call it? Horror/thriller movies, right?
Right.
We watched City of the Dead from 1960, a black and white film starring Christopher Lee, who played Count Dooku in the Star Wars prequels, Sauron in the Lord of the Rings movies, among many other movies he's done, because he's done a lot, okay? But watching City of the Dead, even though I'm sitting in the comfort of my own home as well as everyone else is, and we're watching this movie together on a somewhat of a big screen, because you take the movie, you put in full screen, it's fine. Watching that movie, I told them after the show, I said, you know what? This makes me feel like I'm back at the movie theater again, even though I would prefer to physically be in a movie theater with my peeps watching these movies. I feel like I'm at the movies again, watching these movies with my friends. So doing this through virtual means has been a real positive thing for me personally and professionally. It's been freaking tastic. And our YouTube channel has grown nerd culture by leaps and bounds in spite of the pandemic.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think there's a difference though between watching a movie and attending a con, because
that's true. That's true.
For at least the movie aspect, I mean, pretty much everybody, you can talk, but it's typically just a environmental
You're right.
thing.
Yeah, it's night and day. I get that.
But I think the watch party has definitely hit on some kind of nail with this pandemic, because we do like we have a watch party in our Discord, but nobody uses it. So but there is a watch party thing on Twitch, and it's actually been pretty popular because streamers will just stream movies and you could just tune in with them and watch a movie. And so you could either interact, the streamer will talk, or you could chat with everybody. But I mean, everybody's just watching this movie, so it could be a scary movie and you could just laugh at a scary scene, so it's not as bad. Or, you could just poop yourself. I mean, one or the other. So
Oh, I did that last week.
You did that last week?
Gee whiz.
Nice. Let me get to some of these comments real quick. We have Miss Jordan joining in, and we have Josh. You clickbaited us? What you mean? How did I clickbait you, Josh? Hey Jordan, insert yellow heart. Matt, Jordan, Dell, Josh. Hi Jordan. Hashtag Dream Team. Hey mom, what's up? Let's see.
Hi mom.
Guys, don't forget to hit that like button on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. Yes, Jordan looking out already. Oh, cute puppy.
I know.
Love Disney movies, specifically High School Musical. That was a good one.
Bro, High School Musical is my jam. Who said that? Jordan, you're awesome.
Yeah, that's Jordan. Randall said yes. Jordan, I love that movie. Now. So what are some of your favorite movies then? If you're big on movies, what are some of your favorite movies?
I am big on movies. That's it's one of my favorite things about life. Movies. Let's talk some movies here, because I'm gonna put your comment section to a frenzy, because some people don't like these movies, but I don't care, because all film is subjective. I like films that nobody else likes. I like films that some people aren't too hot on as well as I am. That's all right.
Hey, I'm cool for. Hey, start some drama. Let's hear it. Start some drama.
Let's start these hot takes here. Okay, so here are some of the movies I enjoy most. I mean, granted, this is open to interpretation. Some people may think differently about this. That's fine. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I love that movie to pieces. I don't care what people say that it's a rehash of New Hope. It's a great film. Get with it. Man of Steel. I love Man of Steel because Superman's my favorite character of all time, and Man of Steel to me, is the best Superman movie ever made. And I'm sorry to the people who worship at the feet of Christopher Reeve. He was a great Superman, don't get me wrong. But Henry Cavill walks through the door in 2013 and just beats that door down big time. I saw that movie 5 times in a theater, man. I love my Man of Steel, and I'm going to support that movie to the day I die.
Let's get it.
So there's some hot takes for you right there, comment section. Let's see, what else do I enjoy? I enjoy Forrest Gump, Good Will Hunting, Field of Dreams. I think is one of the best films made, period.
Field of
period.
Dreams?
Field of Dreams, man. If you build it, he will
movie.
come.
That was a good movie.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Okay,
Nope.
Field of Dreams, to give everyone a 411 who's watching this at home. Field of Dreams stars Kevin Costner and Ray Liotta, right? A whole bunch of other people. It's about a guy who is married, has a daughter, lives on a farm, and he hears this voice in the middle of his cornfield that says, if you build it, he will come. So he gets inspired to build a baseball field in the middle of his cornfield so that baseball players who have passed on can come back and play baseball on his field. It's a very heavy spiritual movie, but it's great.
It's called
positive.
Field of Dreams?
Yes, Field of Dreams. It came out in 1989. If you do the Google search, which I know you can do, Field of Dreams is one of the GOATs. So if no one has seen Field of Dreams, I implore you, watch that movie because it is great. There's a great message in it. You're going to be crying buckets of tears at the end in a good way. It's so good. It's so powerful for so many different reasons. But anyway, aside from that, let's see. What other movies have I been
what else
big fans of I mean, I know this is a good list, isn't it? Let's see. What else am I missing here?
Harley,
Disney. By the way, the original, not the remake, because the remakes never happened. The original animated Aladdin. That is one of my favorites.
Is it
hands
really?
down. The original Aladdin is my favorite Disney animated classic film. That is my favorite Disney animated classic film. Period. Robin Williams, rest in peace, good sir. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he kind of makes that movie.
I mean, he does. I mean, the genie is the Mac. He's the best thing in that whole freaking movie. So yeah, Aladdin is another one. Man, I mean, we could go all day with this. What other movies do I enjoy the heck out of? Back to the Future, but that's kind of a no-brainer.
All right, let's see. All right.
You know.
So I think people would agree with most of your positives on the movies.
Yeah, sure.
What are some of the hot takes on movies that you don't like that people usually find popular?
Oh, here we go.
So you're asking me, like,
yes.
Hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm understanding you right. You're asking me what movies that I'm not a big fan of that everyone else like loves?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Okay. All right. If that's where you're going
let's get some drama in the chat. Come on.
I mean, if you want,
let's get it.
Here's the thing. All right. So people have certain films that they consider to be like really great, like GOAT material, like greatest of all time. Right. So, and by the way, some of these films are included in the AFI Top 100 list of all time. That stands for American Film Institute. So to the people who say The Godfather is the best movie of all time or one of the greatest movies, period, of all time, highly disagree. That movie is boring. It's 3 hours of pretty much boredom. I mean, it's good dialogue, but it's boring. I'm sorry. I just can't get with it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, The Godfather is so overrated. Here's the thing. I think this movie is really good, but a lot of people have this as their top like comic book movie of all time. I respect this movie. I really do. And I did a rewatch of it to see if my tastes, my opinions would differ because I haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
I enjoyed it more this time than I did the last time, but I still don't think it's the best comic book movie ever made. And that's Chris Nolan's Dark Knight. I think The Dark Knight's a good fit, but it's not great. It is not the GOAT. It's not the best comic book movie of all time.
Oh, that is a hot take.
Look, I love the Chris Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. I really do. Like, for me, this is how I rank them.
Wait.
Batman Begins is my number 1. Dark Knight Rises is number 2. And Dark Knight is at the bottom at 3. That's how I feel about Chris Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy.
Wait, which one was... All right, so the one with Joker is Dark Knight Rises,
That's the Dark Knight. But the Dark Knight Rises is the one with Bane, and that's the one I have at my number 2 as far as ranking the Chris Nolan Dark Knight trilogy is concerned.
Wow, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, Bane freaked me out in that movie.
I mean,
Wes says, "Wow, not expecting that." Let me get to some of these comments because we got a couple hot takes in here.
Okay, it's what I'm here. I'm here to. If you want me to keep stirring that
stir
pot,
the pot,
man.
baby. Let's get it.
I'll keep going all night here, Dylan.
Content, that's all I like. Do you like Baby Driver?
Haven't seen it yet, so I cannot comment or speculate. But it's on my list of movies I'm going to watch. Trust me.
That is Jordan's #1 favorite movie.
I also haven't seen it.
That's fair. I got to see Baby Driver, man. People have been hyping that movie up for years.
Jordan has been trying to get me to watch it for a minute. I'm just not a movie guy. I'm not a movie guy.
I gotta see Baby Driver. Gotta see Baby. I gotta see it at some point. But anyway, any other stuff in the chat?
Yeah, we got some good stuff. So Daydreams with Dongle. What's up, Kaler? Have you ever seen Pay It Forward?
Yeah, the Kevin Spacey and Helen Hunt, or is it Helen Hunt? I think it is. Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was good. I thought that movie was good. I don't think it's like one of the better things since sliced bread, but it's a good movie. Yeah.
Are you holding your hand up?
No, my shoulder hurts.
Oh, I thought you were like raising your hand so I could get
stretching.
to you.
He's stretching, Dylan. He's stretching.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I got Field of Dreams on DVD. I don't watch movies, to be honest. Man of Steel was complete bun, says Kaler. I fell asleep in it.
It's okay. Some people have.
Okay.
Oh, good. It's what I'm here for.
Wes on YouTube says MCU overrated.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. Here's the thing. Let me comment on this because this is a good thing to bring up. The MCU has some good films, but I don't. And people would agree. I think 99.9% of the MCU fans would agree. Not every film in the MCU is like a good, a good time at the movies. Okay?
Yeah, they don't just piss excellence every movie.
Like, here's the thing. Some people think that way, but it's like if you look at the MCU, for me anyway. Some of the, for instance, Iron Man, the first Iron Man still holds up 12 plus years later. To me, and this is another hot take to the chat that's going to love this. The Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton, I enjoy the heck out of that movie.
Really?
Not many people care for that film, but for me, it's one of my top 5 favorite MCU movies of all time.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't
pretty good.
It just wasn't memorable.
I think The Incredible Hulk is awesome. Like, that movie gets picked on so much, and I understand why, but if you really look at that film as a standalone, and even counting the what is it called, the pre-end credit sequence when Stark walks in and says, "Hey, this universe is connected. We're building a franchise." That film by itself, with or without that Tony Stark scene, it's still a pretty damn good movie. Like, it's really good. And Incredible Hulk action sequences when they're going at it in Harlem, when it's Hulk versus Abomination, that is some good action, man. That is, I have a nice smile on my face during that, because when the Hulk unleashes the fury, that's when I smile. Like, that is my jam. Like, give me the destruction, give me the anger, give me the rush, and I get it by watching Incredible Hulk.
While we're on Ed Norton, let's take a step away from the superhero movies for a second. American History X. Have you seen it?
I've seen it. Yes.
Is that one of do you consider that one of your good movies, or one of those it was all right but not always hyped up to be movies?
That's one of those movies where, granted, it's been a minute since I've seen this movie, so maybe my opinions would change if I, hypothetically, if I were to watch it tomorrow. But my impressions of American History X, I thought it was a good movie. It's dark as all get out. Like, it's not something I would rewatch over and over again. But I thought it was good for what it was. I mean, it told the story it wanted to tell. And Ed Norton, and who else was in that movie? Edward Furlong, a.k.a. John Connor. They played the roles they were
all these
paid
people
to play.
Off the top of your head? Jesus Christ.
Dude, when you watch these movies for as long as I have, you tend to remember stuff. And also, I compete in fan leagues for movie trivia matches. So I got to keep up with my stuff and try to know these things so I can pull them out of my hat when I write them on my whiteboard when I'm answering questions. But by the way, movie trivia is a lot of fun to compete in for me.
Nikki, my wife, loves movie trivia. Oh my gosh. Don't question her or any of the Harry Potter movies.
Why isn't she here then? Let's talk about it.
She is. She's in chat. She's actually chatting right now.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for being here. We appreciate it, by the way. Because I can't see the chat. I don't know what's going on. You're the man behind the curtain. I can't see this stuff.
I have the magic. I have the magic finger.
Bro, you gotta get multiple screens. I got 3 screens.
Movies are great, people. We love movies.
Okay, actually, there's another hot take in chat, okay? All right, so there's 2 from the same person. This is Kaler. Hot take, superhero movies aren't that good. That's number 1. And then his second hot take, going down a little bit, our movies aren't that fun.
Is he saying
wait.
like
The
wait a minute,
confused look.
what does that mean exactly? Like, is he saying that movies aren't fun to watch, or comic book movies aren't fun to watch?
I think his first statement was in reference to superhero movies. They're just not that good.
Okay.
But I think his second one is an overarching statement saying that movies aren't that enjoyable.
Then why are you here? No, I'm kidding. Hey, look,
Roast.
man. I take movies. You're talking to a guy who's watched movies since he was like 4 years old and knows his stuff. I'm just saying, when it comes to movie quotes and pulling random facts out of my hat, I can pull them. Okay,
Yeah.
so I take movies quite seriously.
He actually said not saying they're not good. He's just clarifying that they're not that enjoyable for him. Taylor,
okay, that's fair.
Taylor and I, and a lot of the people in here, we're avid gamers, and a lot of us actually watch anime. And he actually goes on later to say, and I'll get to everybody's comment in just a second, but he said, "Call me a weeb, but Kakashi vs. Obito was the best fight in movie / series / whatever." And if you have seen the Kakashi vs. Obito, I know you don't watch anime, which I'm
sorry.
I'm a little.
I know. I'm sorry to disappoint you, chat.
Your whole podcast is Nerdcast, and I'm really upset that you don't watch anime.
My particular focus is on movies, and it says that in my description on Anchor. If you've listened to my podcast,
I know that's fair. That's fair, but still.
It's like that's like you buying a box of cereal without reading the label of what cereal it is. Come on, man.
I know, but still, anime. It's just, for me, anime is top
look, we
tier.
have people at Nerd Culture who are anime fans. Maybe they would love to come on your show and talk about it.
You know, I'd love to actually have them. That would be fun.
Yeah, there's some people on the channel. There's some people on your Nerd Culture that like anime, and there's some people I've collaborated with in the past who are anime fans. You can talk to them.
Yeah, I'd freaking love it. But, since you're here, let's talk about some movies.
Anime
I am here
terrible.
to talk about movies. Sure. Ask me another question. I don't care.
And we have another hot
I got
take.
a question. My hand is up this time.
Question on aisle 3? What do you got?
So another movie that I was just thinking about. I can't remember the dude's name. You'll probably know exactly who I'm talking about. What's his name? Ethan Suplee, whatever his name is.
Ethan Suplee, yeah.
Yeah. So he was on American History X, obviously, but he was also in Remember the Titans. So what's your take on Remember the Titans?
Louis Lastic, offensive lineman. That's right.
What's your take on that movie, though?
Well, this isn't a hot take because I think 99.9999999% of the people who've actually seen this movie would agree. It's a great sports film. It's a great true story too. It's something that's been relevant for decades and decades and decades, and it still is. So with the storyline of accepting for somebody who they are, no matter what their skin color is. It's a great message. Just accept whoever you are. Just accept each other for what we are. We may have different skin color. We may come from a different town or a different state, even a different country. Who cares? Just respect one another.
Yep.
So yeah, Remember the Titans?
Exactly.
Come on. I love that movie.
That's one of my top 10. Easily.
Yeah, it's Denzel Washington, baby. Denzel is one of the best actors of all time. Arguably. I mean, some people would agree with that. Some people may not, but Denzel is, to me, one of the best actors in the business today.
Okay.
And it was that movie that introduced me to Hayden Panettiere. And for that, I'll be forever grateful.
Yes, Hayden Panettiere, a.k.a. Save the Cheerleader, Save the World on NBC's Heroes, that TV series that was only good for 1 minute in 2005, 2006, whenever the first season debuted. First season's great. After that, downhill. I know a thing or two about TV shows there, Dylan, because I've seen a thing or two.
My wife has come in to the room.
Hi.
And
hi, Mrs. How are you?
she's pretty upset that I didn't tell her that tonight was a movie night.
Oh, I mean, hey, there's room. There's room in the studio. You want to come on in here?
Honestly, I thought she was going to be working. So that's
there was a miscommunication between the loved ones.
That's my fault, but that's my excuse.
Does Nikki have her own computer and a webcam?
Yeah, actually, Nikki, I could send you an invite if you're still watching. You could just hop in.
Hop in.
Let's see.
Hey,
let me get
Three's company, four's a crowd. Let's bring him in here.
Let's get it. Let's see. So we have Wes saying Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch. Two of my favorites.
Yeah.
I don't think
I've heard of them. Haven't seen them, but I know what they are.
Xavier. Hello, man, good sir. I think that's how you say it.
Xavier.
Matt, can I go to the bathroom, please?
Hey, listen, when I hear Xavier, the first thing that comes to mind is X-Men.
Honestly, I like the X-Men series. I like the OG X-Men series.
The
I can't
animated
watch
from
them.
the
They're
90s?
boring to me.
No. Like the OG, like the first.
Oh, the original movies.
Yes, the original movies.
Okay, yeah.
I thought those were pretty good. I like the new ones
yeah.
too. I think the new ones are pretty
Nikki
good.
said send her the link.
Did she really? Where'd she say that?
Did she say that in the chat? Is that true?
Oh, she did.
Correct.
Yes.
Can we confirm that?
We can confirm.
Oh, that's great. Dude, this is going to be a heck of a throwback Thursday if I have ever had one.
Okay.
I keep up with the chat better than Dylan does.
Honestly, he reads better than I do. That's why.
Man, Dylan, you just got some points shaved off your credibility scale, man. You might want to bring that scale back
Trust me. I need to get an emote on Twitch that's literally like an illiterate sign because I cannot read chat. I kid you not.
Oh, get on it, man. Come on.
Let's see. Edward Norton, Hulk was great. Let's go.
Yes, it
I'm
was.
sorry, but the original Footloose is one of my all-time favorite movies. I agree.
But
I have
the
not
remake
seen
of
that,
that
but
movie-
I've heard good things about it. It's on my list of movies I got to see before I croak.
Okay, guys.
The remake of Footloose was not terrible either, but
Yeah, that's what I
Kevin
heard.
Bacon-
I heard the remake wasn't a piece of garbage. You know, I heard it was all right.
Yeah, another Kevin Bacon movie, Apollo 13 is definitely one of my favorites out there. But I'm a space geek, so.
Oh, that's fair. That's completely fair.
Okay, all right. Before Nikki gets in here and starts,
she's here now, ladies and
destroying
gentlemen.
my credibility. My favorite all-time movie is Interstellar. There we go. All right, cool.
Never seen it.
Wow, do I have some choice words for Chris Nolan and Interstellar? Oh my God.
You don't like it?
Hey,
Heck
Ryan, I don't know if you knew this or not,
I
but
love
you can cuss on this podcast.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Okay, no. I understand that. It's just I have this mindset when I'm on a show or if I'm doing my own. Granted, I've cursed on my own show. Don't get me wrong, but I try to remain as family friendly as possible. That's just my mindset. But there's nothing against cursing on any show. I get that, but that's just because I was raised in a professional like mindset of like if you're going to be on a show, you never know who's watching or listening. So try to be family friendly.
Amen.
That's just how I think. But that's nothing against anybody else.
My mom would definitely. She watches the show a lot, so yeah. My mom has definitely has some choice words for me.
I'm not trying to be negative or anything, and that's not a slight against other podcasts. I'm just going to point that out right now. But to answer your question, Interstellar, Chris Nolan, right? So here's the problem. There's a lot of problems with Interstellar. First of all, I don't like it when a movie hypes it up in the marketing and then it fails when I'm on the final cut. That's number one. Number two, first act of the movie, good stuff. Good setup, good plot line. Then when he goes in outer space with him and Catwoman, aka Anne freaking Hathaway, then they find Matt Damon on a mystical part of the planet, and then he tries to kill him. Then they go back, and then he's like, "I'm your ghost, Smurf." I'm like, this is so convoluted and a piece of trash. It's so bad. It's difficult to understand. It's difficult to follow. I don't like it when movies make me confused. And I don't like it when I walk out of the theater thinking, you know, Chris, I've been a fan of yours for a long time, but you may have just butchered this movie because this is a terrible, awful, very convoluted mess.
Oh man!
Okay,
see,
I would watch
I have
Batman
the opposite.
Begins
I have the opposite opinion, man.
1,000 times over Interstellar. I'm going to point that out right now.
I got the opposite opinion, man. I love the movie. See, the thing is, I didn't watch any of the marketing, so I didn't know what Interstellar was until my friend was like, "Movie is pretty good." So we sat down, we watched it, and I loved it. Honestly, I love space.
Hey,
I'm a space geek. I love it.
Hey, bro, you
Space
love what
nerd.
you love. Support it. But Chris Nolan, I'm looking you dead in the eye right now, son. I'm looking at you. Bad Day at the Office. Interstellar was bad. I will watch some of your other films because I'm not going to lie. Outside of Dark Knight trilogy, Memento is my favorite Nolan film.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm not even
We're
kidding.
redeeming here.
Guy Pearce should have gotten an Oscar for that film. He was so good in Memento. Incredibly well done. And by the way, the scene where he's in the diner with Carrie-Anne Moss, aka Trinity from Matrix, so good. It's so good. He's like, what does she say to him? She says, you sure you got the number? He's like, you sure you don't need to get it tattooed on yourself or whatever? Look, he's like, look, just because I'm, I have this thing or whatever it is, just because I want revenge for my wife doesn't make my actions meaningless. It's just something to that extent. I can't remember the exact verbiage of it, but when he drops that line in the movie, I'm like, that's entertainment. That's great movie making. Like that's just that whole scene in the diner is so good. Anyway.
Okay, let me get to some of these questions, and then we'll get.
Yeah, I know
Nikki.
you got a ton. Bring on the fire, man.
Yes,
Bring on the chat. I know they're hating me on tonight. It's fine.
No, actually, you're sparking some great conversations here. So Xavier is on your side. He says, "I don't like anime." That's a big cry. Wes says, "Tell him to watch Akira." Yeah, and so Kaylor has a response for you. So Kaylor's response for you is, Matt, I'm gonna come over to your house and tie you up, feed you peanut butter, and make you watch Moe's Slice of Life anime. So
you had me at tie me up, baby.
That's genius.
So
Don't threaten me with a good time.
That's for you. What do you think about the Legend of Hercules with Kellyanne Lutz? Dude, why do we have so many flies?
You mean Kellen Lutz? I've never seen it because I heard it was hot garbage, so I haven't seen it yet.
Not worth it. The acting was.
There's like 30 different Hercules movies. The only one I know that I actually enjoyed was the Disney animated version of Hercules.
True, 100% on that one.
I mean, that's a good film, isn't it? I think that's a good Disney film.
I liked it. All right, let me keep going through.
It's got a good soundtrack.
We have Juan in here. What's up, bud? Redeem the hydrate. I just took a sip. There we go. We have Crook, yo. What's up, buddy? Yes, Krug. I love you, Krug. Send me the link. That was Nick. By the way, Jazz stream is a mess. I don't know what Jazz stream.
Just so you know, Nikki, if I wouldn't have told him to send you the link, you would just now be getting the link. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna talk about Harry Potter in a minute because Harry Potter is Nikki's favorite.
Was great.
So Wes.
That's the one, that's the series with Captain Kirk, right?
Yeah. Chewbacca's in it too, I heard.
Yeah, that's the one with the stormtroopers who can't shoot straight, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
I heard there were gay vampires in it too. I'm not tired.
Yeah, and they sparkle in the daylight. Yeah. Did anyone else hear about that in Harry Potter? That's true, isn't it?
I think I did somewhere in there where I think they're trying to defeat Thanos for the Infinity Stones.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were trying to find their. I thought they were trying to find their car, like Ashton Kutcher or something like that.
By the way, that's one of the worst films I've ever seen.
Which one?
Dude, where's my car? That is just
extreme fun of Harry Potter right now.
It's so pointless. That movie's just so pointless.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to talk about the books. The books are so much better. So.
Okay, all right. Real quick,
fair enough.
let me get to Wes's comment. He says, "Do you think that movie theaters will be less popular because of things going straight to Netflix and other streaming platforms?"
You just skipped a whole bunch of chat.
No, I actually went through it.
Wow, Dylan, even the missus is getting on you, man.
Nah. I was actually reading through. I skipped some of yours because you're in here now.
I feel like
of the Matrix. That's one of them. Did you ever see Close Encounters of the Third Kind? There's another one you missed.
What? I'm not even.
That movie is sitting on my DVR. I need to watch that.
I'm not even at those questions yet, Nikki. If you're paying attention, I'm still at Wes's. Do you think the movie theater?
Is it fair to say? And by the way, is it Nicole? Nice to meet you. By the way.
Nice to meet you.
I don't want to leave you hanging. I want to be formal here. I'm trying to be respectful. But anyway, Nicole, is it true that at the end of the show, Dylan's in the doghouse?
A little bit. Sometimes.
Yeah, but she has to go to work tonight.
Beginning of the show, Dylan was in the doghouse.
I didn't hear the beginning, but I have to go to work tonight, so I don't know what he's going to do tonight.
Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll be playing Among Us. So, guys, actually, we'll be playing Among Us after this. So, it's a great game.
There you go, man.
We're playing Halo.
Oh, you'll be playing Halo?
Hey, there's a blast from my past. Halo was a darn good game, man. That's a lot of fun to play.
I'm not gonna lie, it's now 2020 and I'm just now getting around to beating them. But I'm doing the remastered version on mouse and keyboard.
Honestly,
yeah. I'm familiar with that version. I played it on my Xbox. It's pretty good.
I sweat so hard at Halo. Like the OG Halo.
Well, we only play Legendary. I can't not play it Legendary.
I'm too much of a chicken to play in Legendary mode, but I'll say this. Or at least I think I am. What was I going to say? Yeah, the original Halo, Dylan, when I play that for the first time, dude, the score in that video game is insane. Score is so good.
It's beautiful.
Halo 2's got some really amazing background music. The remastered version.
That game and Zelda. That game and Zelda have the two best soundtracks, in my opinion.
Those are fair picks. Those are good
what
picks.
Zelda?
All of them. Which one? Take your pick.
Yeah, what's Zelda again? No, I'm kidding.
Dylan,
I need
you to stop what you're doing real quick and call me.
Call you? Why? Dude, we're in the middle of a podcast, bro. What are
In the
you
middle,
talking
me
we're
for
in
a
the
second,
middle of a
damn it.
million people watching us from the
Just
comfort of their
call
own
me.
home, and we had a special
I'm
guest,
not gonna
Nicole, joining us
answer.
at the last minute. It's great.
Why do I? Oh,
I'm not gonna answer.
Okay.
This
so
is quality entertainment, and you want to take a commercial break? We don't do that in this
that's
house.
pretty much what
Dylan?
Matt's asking me to do. Here, I'm calling
We
Matt.
cannot. We're live in front of hundreds of millions of people right now. We can't do this.
You
I'm
hear
calling
that?
Matt.
Come on, man. See, your phone's ringing. That's the problem.
I can't hear it.
How do you not hear that?
Is your phone not ringing?
Hello. You can't hear it at all.
It's the old saying that we say in movie theaters. I hate when people talk during the movie. I mean, come on.
I've got
I mean,
the ocarina.
You had me bust out a Batman and Robin line, man. Come on.
Matt, you made me call you in the middle of the podcast. Yes,
while we're in
Matt
front
is
of
so random.
20,000, maybe a million people are watching this great
I
quality show
wish.
right now. Come on.
You guys are knowing me. You guys know that I'm random.
By the way, do you know where I get the number 20,000 from? It's from my pro wrestling days when I used to go to live events and watch Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns. They would always say that the average amount of people that can fit in a single arena is 20,000 people.
Really? Well, fun
Yeah,
fact.
because I
didn't know
say that every time we go live. I'm like, we're live in front of 20,000 people who are watching this right now. We thank you for. I'm just trying to be imaginary.
Honestly,
but we thank you for being with us.
I need to start saying that so that way, you know, I can start talking it into the universe, and then we'll be live in front of 20,000 people, and the next thing you know, we'll be interviewing people like Ninja.
Yeah. Just so you know, I get the copyrights. So you got to send me some checks.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. This episode.
You gotta send me that check, man.
Exactly. We'll be paying you
Residuals.
royalties.
Yeah, royalties. Thank you.
So all right, let's get to Wes's question. So he said, do you think that the movie theaters will be less popular because of things going forward, like moving to Netflix and other streaming platforms?
That's a hard $2 billion question. My God.
I'll be honest with you, I don't watch movies in movie theaters anymore because I just wait until a month after they come out and I legally acquire them.
Legally.
Via
Yeah, I
means
say
of-
air quotes, people. We know where you're going.
Yeah, I
Um,
torrent everything.
Wow.
Allegedly.
All right.
Live
Wow.
television. All right, man.
Wow, Matt.
This is live
After
in front
air
of X amount of
quoting.
people. Yeah, Dylan is shocked. Anyway,
I
To
would
answer the
love to
billion-
say I was, but no, I'm not.
no. By the way, if nothing still shocks you anymore, I mean, and you think the world's not weird enough for you, $10 says you're wrong. There's an MCU line right there. Anyway,
Which one, dude? I'm not.
it's from the Avengers, man. Okay. Real quick before I answer that question, in the Avengers, Nick Fury is trying to recruit Captain America to do this mission where he's like, "You here with the mission, sir? Trying to get me back in the world, trying to save it." And then he's like, we got this going on. He's like, nothing in this world would, I've seen so many weird things in this world. Nothing else would surprise me. And then Nick Fury says, $10 says you're wrong. And then later on in the helicarrier, he gives him that $10.
Oh, really?
Fun facts, people.
Was that an Easter egg? Holy crap! I didn't even notice that.
Booyah. Rewatch the Avengers of 2012. You see what I'm saying. Anyway,
should probably,
do I think movie
yeah.
theaters are going to be as popular in a few years from now than what at present course? Maybe. I mean, I know that's not the answer you're looking for, chat. But I'd probably say maybe because the pandemic has really ruined a lot of people's lives and it's ruining movie theater businesses. So I hope movie theaters are still standing in another 2 years, because if they're not, we're going to be streaming everything at home and have to get used to it.
Yeah.
I don't think it is going to be, because they already released, look what they did with Mulan. They released it. They just went ahead, didn't release it in the theaters. They released it for Disney Plus, and people bought it off of Disney Plus and watched it in their own homes. So, and it was very popular. Whether it was a good movie or not, it still made a lot of money that way because people went and they bought it off of Disney Plus.
Well, I think it's going to be a cheaper alternative for families if you're thinking about it that way, because it's a one-time purchase of $30, right? Right. The movie was like a $30, $35 like purchase on top of your monthly subscription. But had you have gone to the movie theater with your family, like 6 or 7 people, like Nikki, we have a big family considering, our in-laws and everything. And
yeah,
that could easily run a couple $100 between the tickets and snacks. So just thinking about price-wise, if you're with a big family, I could see it actually being more economic for you guys versus where if you're trying to just go watch a movie solo, I just don't see it happening. Or a date night, I just don't see date night being as popular.
I'm married. I don't have date nights anymore.
Right?
Yeah, what is date night in my world? Because I have no idea what that means. But anyway, I will say this though: I've been watching a lot of movies in spite of the circumstances surrounding the pandemic. I've caught up on so many movies that I can review on my podcast now. I'm okay watching them at home. I mean, granted, most of them aren't the ones that were supposed to come out originally here in the year of 2020, or what is it, like bits and pieces of 2019. But it's still fun to watch these movies, and I can I don't have to worry about people taking out their phones during the movie, because you're in a dark theater and you see someone popping out their cell phone, it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb, and that annoys me to no end. So the fact that I can sit in the comfort of my own bat cave / man cave and just watch these movies on my television set, I'm fine with it. I'm getting used to it. I mean, heck, I've been watching so many movies lately that it's been great watching movies for the first time that I haven't seen before. Like just recently, a movie that came out, what was it, last year or the year before? No, this wasn't last year. A couple years ago. And by the way, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. I saw his movie Marshall. That was a darn good biopic, man.
I have not
Thurgood
seen
Marshall.
that one yet.
That's a good film. Chadwick Boseman can act so well, but in Marshall, he's so good. So if anyone hasn't seen Marshall yet, look it up on your streaming service or your cable service, because it's a darn good film. But yeah, bottom line is, I hope movie theaters are still around in the next 2 to 3 years once this pandemic hopefully subsides and we can reopen Earth and get back to normal. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The only reason why I really don't like going to movie theaters is because of how hell expensive it is.
Well, like that and people pulling out their cell phones even during the previews in the actual movie. Really, I want to lay the smack down on those people. It's like, don't do that.
All right, so let's get to some of these comments. I'm gonna have to skip over just a few of these, just because we got a lot of comments to go through. Let's see.
Someone's popular.
I think it's you, man. I mean,
probably
you're sparking some drama in here. But actually, Jordan asked opinion on The Matrix.
First film's good. I watched 45 minutes of Matrix Reloaded, and I turned it off because it was just nuts. It's crazy. It's stupid. It's boring. It's doing nothing for me. So I'm like, you're out. Next movie, please.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't seen all of the Matrixes.
I've seen them all, and I've watched them. When you watch them all together, it's good. But the first movie is by far the best out of the three.
Well, yeah.
So, but
and it goes without saying.
You just want to figure out what happens to the people at the end. So
yeah.
I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't like Keanu Reeves enough to watch The Matrix.
Really? What Keanu Reeves do to you, bro?
Wow, and I thought I had hot takes on the planet Earth. My goodness gracious.
What Keanu Reeves do to you?
Much like I haven't seen any of the Mission Impossible movies, because I think Tom Cruise is a terrible actor.
No, the new old first Mission Impossible good, and then Fallout. I like Fallout.
I mean, all like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them?
No, the last one was pretty good. I think it's Fallout, right?
Yeah, that was the last one with Henry Cavill, aka Superman, as the bad guy.
That was a good one. The one Fallout was good.
I just like Henry Cavill. He's a good actor, in my opinion.
Henry Cavill is one of the best gifts that we've ever gotten in mankind.
I will be fine.
Is he a good-looking dude? Yes. Is he a great actor aside from that? Absolutely. Should he get more gigs than he does now? Heck yes. Give him all the money, give him all the checks, and give him all the film.
Henry Cavill.
What is that?
Henry Cavill.
He was real good in The Witcher, though.
Yeah, real good in The Witcher.
He's a gift to mankind, people. It's true.
You haven't watched The Witcher. It's a good watch.
He looks like he would play a Superman.
That's right, because he's got that hair, he's got the chin and everything, man. He's got the build.
Well, Matt, let me tell you something. You'd be pretty excited to hear he did play Superman.
I know, but that's why he was like the Superman Henry Cavill. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, yeah, he looks like a Superman.
You should look him up what he looks like playing The Witcher. I think he did great as The Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is jacked to play The Witcher.
Dude, the guy's jacked in every movie he's ever been in.
Yeah.
I have virgin eyes over here. What the hell is that?
That is The Witcher.
Bro, it green screened
out
everything.
Like, that is my Witcher. That is
mine.
My
goodness.
Good. I played the games, and so I think it was great. Okay.
And my wife is currently playing The Witcher 3, and she's like hooked on it. And she watched the entire Witcher series, and that's what made her want to play the game.
Right.
There you go.
Real quick, what's up, Happiest? How you doing, DJ? You doing all right? So Wes,
boy, all these names in the chat are fascinating to me.
Happiest Loner, yes, that's his name.
Happiest Loner, that's a new one on me. I like it.
Yes. Except he's not alone because he has the Blunt Boys. We love you. Let's see. Wes says Matrix 1 amazing, hot garbage for the rest. Oh yeah, so I think he agrees with you guys. Hopefully they'll watch Wachowski sisters do a good job on the fourth one. Oh, they're coming out with the fourth one.
Yeah, they're making a fourth Matrix that nobody asked for. Nobody called Hollywood and say, "Hey, we got 7 billion people over here on planet Earth. They say that they want a Matrix 4. Can you make that for us?" No, nobody single-handedly called Hollywood and said, "Hey, I miss Matrix. Can we have another one, please?"
Are they gonna bring him back?
No.
Everybody died. Sorry.
Look, I know. We all know this, that Keanu Reeves is on a hot streak right now, and for good reason. The guy's been killing it for the last, 3 movies with John Wick trilogy, and then some, boy. The guy is almost 60, and he can lay the smackdown on somebody who's not even half his age. He can. Have you seen John Wick? He killed somebody with a pencil. He can kill somebody with a book. Okay, John Wick is the most lethal weapon that the world of cinema has ever seen, point blank. So for him to say, "Yeah, I'll make Matrix 4 for you, but I'm also going to make John Wick 4 at the same time." Listen, Keanu, I know you're watching this. Take my advice. John Wick, stay with that to the day you die. Matrix, I don't know why you bother with it. I know it's already been shot and it's already in the can. It's probably going to come out in another year or so. But man, let me tell you something. Don't do the press rounds for Matrix 4. Don't waste your time. Don't hold your breath. Because John Wick 4 is what the millions and millions of moviegoers out there are going to want to see. Not Matrix 4, John Wick Chapter 4, son.
I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies either.
Well, then you need to do some more homework, buddy boy. You need to watch these movies.
Honestly, I haven't either, to be real with you. So
Dylan, I don't know if we can be friends anymore, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know. Hey, man, you're the one that doesn't watch anime, so I mean, I don't know.
I know. Tomato. Nicole, you've seen John Wick, right?
It's great. All he likes to do is sit and watch the action sequences and walk away. That's all Dylan does. Mm-hmm.
Okay, speaking of
I watched the story. Actually, I'm completely opposite. Do you even know your own husband, Nikki? Do you know your own husband? Like, I would sit there on the movies. Usually it's the second movie that they're explaining more in trilogies. And
well, that's true.
I usually like the second movie better because I listen to all the background. I want to hear the story. I want to know what happens. How did they get there? And
he likes the depressing stuff.
Nikki telling me I just watch for the fight scenes and I walk away?
Yeah, you did. For John Wick, you watch for the fight and walk away. That was like, you need to watch the whole thing.
I haven't seen a fight scene in John Wick, Nikki.
So speaking of fight scenes in John Wick, my buddy Austin sent me a YouTube clip. I don't remember which John Wick it was, but he was like fighting in a cave.
Yeah, that was John Wick Chapter 2 when he's on the the cave or the underskirt system of Rome.
Yeah, that was made me kind of want to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Because it's awesome.
They're good.
Speaking of action movies that also have a great plot.
Yeah, John Wick Chapter 2 is my favorite of the trilogy, and most people think that the first John Wick is the best one, and that's fair because there's really no right or wrong answer when it comes to John Wick because John Wick is great, period. Mm-hmm. So if you want to rank the trilogy any way you want, go ahead because I'm not going to dog you for it because there's no right or wrong answer.
Right. All right, so let me
What's
get
your favorite Christmas movie of all time?
Oh my goodness.
What's my favorite what now?
Christmas movie.
Christmas movie? Well, let's wow, that's a good question. All right,
if you don't say Die Hard, then you're wrong.
I guess I'm wrong because I don't even like Die Hard all that much.
How am I forgetting you said that?
There you go. You can leave now. It's fine. When it comes to Die Hard and that dude named John freaking McClane, we'll get together, have a few laughs. Die Hard with a Vengeance, the third one with Jeremy freaking Irons, one of the greatest actors of all time. That is my favorite Die Hard movie. And between that and the first one, which I finally got around to seeing the original Die Hard a year or two ago, I don't see the hype around it. I'm like, this movie's at best. I don't think it's the best action movie ever made. It's not.
More and more, like, I guess, upping the ante every Die Hard.
Yeah. It's not even the best Christmas movie. To me, Die Hard isn't even a Christmas movie.
It takes place at Christmas time. It's a Christmas movie.
It does, but there's nothing Christmassy about it.
No,
I don't get any.
When
I'm watching the movie, point blank, I don't get any Christmas vibes from Die Hard at all.
All jokes aside, my all-time favorite Christmas movie has got to be Home Alone 2.
Dude, that is a good pick, Tim Curry, baby.
Really?
Yes.
I see. I hated that one.
He hates Home Alone.
What?
He doesn't like Home Alone.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
I hated Home Alone, bro. I mean, for real, honestly, if those robbers really wanted to like steal stuff, they would have just fucking killed. Like, I honestly, all those traps set up, dude. That kid would not have survived the night. I'm sorry. If that was real life,
No one. I don't think anyone in the chat, much less anybody here in our main studio, you know, quote unquote, is going to agree with me. Home Alone 2 is better than the first one, in my opinion. Because when you're living the good life at the Plaza Hotel in New York, and you got Tim Curry trying to bust your ass for, you know, using somebody else's credit card, how can you say no to that? Like, that's just funny to me. It's Tim Curry, man. It's Tim freaking Curry.
Okay. I need to get to some of these comments because we're on a roll tonight.
Yes, you do, Dylan. You do need to get to some of these comments.
We are on a roll. Let's see. Speaking of Mulan, a little controversy there because of the concentration camps they were filming near. Yikes.
I haven't seen this. I haven't seen the new Mulan yet, so I can't comment or speculate. I do have Disney Plus though.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
So it's coming. It's coming.
Marshall was a good movie. Hello, friends. There you are. I picked an oxymoron on purpose. Oxymoron. I got you. I got you, DJ. I keep it original when it comes to my name. Yeah, of course, Randall. I never would have guessed Randall Travis was your real name, buddy. DJ says, I love Keanu. I would follow that man into fire. Wow. The Rock, I assume the Rock reference, G's taking it back to 1998. You don't watch.
Right, baby.
You don't watch anime? How dare you?
Sorry.
Okay, so
I mean, hey,
Ryan,
man, I grew up watching pro wrestling when I was a kid, so that's why I did that Rock impression, because I love The Rock.
Okay, so
Ryan, you'll be happy to know that I'm purchasing John Wick's right now.
Okay.
Nice, baby. There you go. Watch them John Wicks. I'm telling you, that's a marathon that you will not regret. Does Nicole agree with me? Of course.
I agree. That was it was great.
Okay.
It's a great marathon.
So Randall says I like Grease 2 better than Grease 1, and then I'm gonna get to these two, and then we'll talk about Harry Potter.
Sure.
The worst Christmas movie of all time has to be The Christmas Story. And then Wes says, what do you think about the major plot hole in Raiders of the Lost Ark? And then following up with that, we're gonna go to Harry Potter.
The major plot hole.
There's a major
plot
Randall,
hole.
I can agree with Randall, but at the same time, it's a cult classic that I have to watch every year.
Christmas Story.
Okay,
so
I got to be honest with you. I'm one of the few people on this planet who's never seen A Christmas Story.
You're not missing much.
I know. I heard I'm not, but still. Favorite Christmas movie? If I had to pick one right now, my favorite would be The Muppet Christmas Carol, because the Muppets make everything better. And they make everything beautiful. They make everything happy.
Mary,
they put smiles on people's faces. The Muppets put smiles on people's faces, and they've been doing that for how many decades now? Almost 5 decades, okay?
Fair.
The Muppets are awesome. And I had the pleasure, nay, the honor of meeting the person who was in the suit and the voice of Oscar the Grouch, Big Bird himself, Carol Spinney, rest in peace, Carol Spinney, passed away a year or two ago. And what's his name? Steve Whitmire was the voice / puppeteer of Kermit the freaking Frog from 1990 to 2016. And I had the pleasure of meeting him at a convention, and he signed my Muppet Treasure Island and Muppet Christmas Carol Diva Does, son. Yeah.
Dell says the Muppets, oh no.
Yes, the Muppets are great. That's what I'm saying. Bottom line, the Muppets are great.
All right, so what about this major plot hole in the Raiders of the Lost Ark?
What is the major plot? I don't see a problem.
Okay.
What are they referring to, like the plot hole where if Indiana Jones wasn't in the movie still would have turned out the exact same way?
I have no idea, to be honest.
What's the by the way, chat, inform me. I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, but what is the plot hole you're referring to?
Yeah, what is it, Wes? And then so Nikki,
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Nikki, let's get to you now. The reason why you're actually here, Harry Potter.
That's not the reason why I'm here. I'm here because I like movies.
Why is she here? No, I'm kidding.
Harry Potter.
You're here because
I'm kidding. Go ahead, Nicole. Let's hear about the love and devotion.
Here because Matt read chat. That's why.
Let's hear about the love and devotion you have for Harry Potter that me, Ryan, does not.
You don't like Harry Potter?
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look, here's the thing. Do you want me to? Hey, Nicole, let me give you some background on my history with Mr. Harry Potter, okay? I thought the movies were the first movie I loved to pieces. The second one was fine, and everything that came after that was fine, but not great. And then Deathly Hallows Parts 1 and 2 I thought were really, really good. So my favorites of the franchise, look this up. Sorcerer's Stone, Deathly Hallows Part 2, Deathly Hallows Part 1, probably my favorite Harry Potter movies. Outside of that, I never rewatched them, and I can't see myself going back to see them again. For me, Harry Potter is like, it came, it went. I don't care for Harry Potter. I'm sorry. If I'm going to choose anything that's like fantasy sci-fi related remotely, I would pick Star Wars or maybe Lord of the Rings over Harry Potter.
I will concur. Lord of the Rings is pretty good. Star Wars, never really been a big fan of it. Not really my favorite, but Lord of the Rings, I will agree. I love Harry Potter.
That's fair.
I read the books. I read all the books religiously. I read it multiple times, and getting to see your books come to life. I will say, I agree. One is good. Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. They stuck with the book, so a lot of the stuff, there are some things that they left out, but they followed it pretty well. I agree, that's really good. Now, if you're talking like Order of the Phoenix, Goblet of Fire, okay, they left out so much that I just can't.
Prison of Azkaban, hands down, was the best one, though. In my opinion. You can fight me on it. Prison of Azkaban. I love that one.
I mean, that one is just it's a good story overall. That one's one of my favorite books, but there's so much that they left out in it that I just kind of like, not a fan of it. But getting to see one of your favorite books come to life, I mean, there's nothing that you can beat about that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You still got a crush on Radcliffe?
Oh, of course. Why not?
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
That's what happens with these movies and franchises. People have man crushes or women crushes. It's all good. People have their own celebrity crushes. We all got them.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, look, I'm man enough to admit I got a man crush on my boy Henry Cavill.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, who doesn't? I mean,
he's awesome. The guy's a beast.
So Wes says Indiana Jones plays no role in Raiders. Yes.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So if Indiana Jones wasn't in the movie, or if he didn't affect the plot in any way, shape, or form, the movie still would have turned out the way it is. Okay. Oh, someone's got a stack of Diva Dozen Blu-rays on their desk. I like that. I can speak that language all night, son.
It's the. God dang it! Hold on.
Even though, yeah, your background is like fidgeting you out, man. It's wigging me out. But anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, the Raiders of the Lost Ark plot line. You can say what you want, but I don't care. I still love Raiders. By the way, my favorite Indiana Jones movie is The Last Crusade, but the best one is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Fair.
Like the best one that was made overall is Raiders of the Lost Ark, but my favorite is Last Crusade, because when you got Sean Connery spitting out the best lines and he's playing your father, how can you go wrong?
Did you like the fourth one, Crystal Skull
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? I saw it in the theater and I liked it when it came out 12 years ago. But I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to rewatch that anymore.
They're remaking another one. They're making another one.
Supposedly, but Harrison ain't getting any younger, so Harrison's gonna be he's gonna be dead by the time 85 comes out.
You gotta get on it.
Well, they were supposed to start shooting like this summer or like late this fall, but something called COVID happened and kind of ruined everybody's life. So,
Yeah, Nikki wouldn't know.
Sorry,
that.
Harrison. You're going to have to wait a little while longer.
If he can.
He can't, though, because he ain't getting any younger.
Dell says, what? This is nonsense in response to your comments on Harry Potter.
I'm sorry. Harry Potter doesn't, make me get out of bed in the morning. Now, Star Wars, or what's the other one? Lord of the Rings, especially Fellowship of the Ring, is great. I'll tell you what, I mean, if you want to flip the coin a little bit here, Dylan, talk about TV series, Seinfeld gets me out of bed in the morning.
Really? Seinfeld?
I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. Huge.
You either love Seinfeld or you hate it. It's like
well, for me anyway, I love it. The first 2 seasons are weak, but seasons 3 kind of picks up a little bit, and then 4 through 9 are the best seasons. Respectfully.
I love it.
Your background is regular and it's human. That means I can actually see you now. This is great.
But you can see my Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, that's a great. Nicole loves that. Not Ryan, on the other hand. But hey,
you know how long I freaking got? They took me to acquire these books.
Probably 100, couple decades, maybe.
No, I got 1, 2, and 3 at Goodwill, and then it took me like another 2 or 3 years to get them because I could not find them anywhere.
Fair enough.
Not even Amazon.
I was gonna say Amazon normally has everything. That's where I get most of my movies now.
I wasn't paying that price.
Harry Potter, so they brought the books and everything back too.
Oh,
Because
really?
Oh,
But
that's true.
I got the movies for $1 a piece.
Nice. I love it. Don't you just love it when you get movies on a, clearance or retail? It's just a great budget. It's great.
Hey, is that?
I mean, hey, Dylan, I just went Amazon shopping and I got a boatload of movies that I just got. So I'm in the process of watching them right now. I just saw, I'm watching the Nightmare on Elm Street movies because I have one of my future interviews is going to be with the art director from a few of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And then he also has a book that's out right now talking about the making of Nightmare on Elm Street 4 Dream Masters. So I'm going to have him on the show and I want to watch the movie so I can understand his work. And obviously I want to read his book that's sitting in my closet. So
now that's gonna be real
Hey
cool.
man, I'm doing my research, brother.
I love it. So
yeah, he's a good guy. I've had him on my show before, but this time we'll be talking about his work on Nightmare on Elm Street and not the other stuff he did. He worked on the Mortal Kombat movie. So
the OG one from the early...
OG, dude. There's only one OG Mortal Kombat, and that's '95, baby.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so long ago. I remember that movie like it was yesterday.
Dylan, it just turned 25, and we did a live watch along for its 25th anniversary. It was a lot of fun, and Mick was there. Mick was there for that anniversary watch along.
No way, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had Mick Strawn, who was one of the set designers, and Master Pacina, who was one of the co-creators of the original video game.
Wow.
Okay, wow. Dang, dude. That's crazy.
It's like Will Ferrell says in Wedding Crashers, I'm just living the dream, man. I'm just living the dream. It's fun. It's fun when you get to interview other people. It's great. Isn't that right, Dylan?
Ain't it fun? Or you just basically let chat interview for you. That's
yeah, because I'm stirring the pot in your chat room. I know that.
Absolutely. So actually, we got a couple more before we time out tonight. Let's see. I don't like Seinfeld at all, says Dell.
That hurts my feelings a little bit, but I understand.
Wes says, I can hear the bass line inside Bill.
Hey, real quick before I forget, Dylan, I'm gonna, if it's cool with you guys, run some Among Us with you guys until about 9:30 tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we're about to call it, so I got to figure out when we're gonna actually. I probably won't start until about 9:30. So, but we can talk about that after. Talk about that after. Dell says TV series Martin, Married with Children, and Golden Girls.
I've seen reruns of Married with Children. I've never seen Golden Girls.
What? Oh, it's cute. It's a cute one.
I mean, I've heard good things about it over the course of time, especially Betty White is pushing 100 years old and she's still kicking. So that's a gift right there, Betty White. Just saying.
My wife's pushing 100 years old. She's still kicking.
Bro,
wow.
She's older
You got the immortality
itself,
genes.
Right? Yeah.
I was going to say immortality genes, but that was the right word.
And then Randall says, what about Fantastic Beasts? Before we close.
What about Fantastic Beasts? I've never seen any of those movies, nor do I have any interest because, like I said, I'm not an HP/Wizarding World fan.
Oh, you're breaking Nicole's heart.
Fantastic Beasts is, I liked it. Now, the Fantastic Beasts was fine, but if you're talking about like the Crimes of Grindelwald, not a big fan of it.
I heard it was terrible.
But
I thought the Crimes of the second one was better than the first one, in my opinion.
Wow, a lot of people said the second one was a hot piece of garbage.
But they're both meh, in my opinion. I mean, they're decent for what they are.
To the originals, they really don't. But I mean, that's because they're coming off with their own.
They had a heck of a finale with Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's kind of hard to follow that up.
You know, I
Nikki,
hate it.
I'm gonna DM you something on Facebook if I can find it.
There was one scene.
Facebook. I haven't heard that word in an hour. I'm kidding. Everybody I know messages me on Facebook. It's all good.
There was one scene in the Deathly Hallows Part 2 that I really hated.
Part 2, yeah.
It was the scene where Harry Potter is revived and he's in Hagrid's hand. And I really hated that scene because it just looks so stupid to me on screen because all of a sudden Harry is just laying there dead, flat. And then,
flat on the floor.
And then all of a sudden he just jumps out of nowhere. Like, I get why it happened and I get how it happened with the Resurrection Stone. It just, to me, it looked stupid. It looked stupid because he's standing right next to Voldemort and he just goes, "What's up, Voldy?" And it's like, dude, chill. Like, come on, man.
Also, if you look at the deleted scenes, they cut out a deleted scene of the movie where he gets up, he runs, and then, because this is when, like, Malfoy was, like, trying to, like, was he gonna, like, cross the lines or whatever? Malfoy's the one that actually
Oh, yeah.
They cut that out So that's why it looks a little stupid, but that's what you're missing.
I gotcha. Okay.
Man.
So Randall says the first one was better in my opinion, talking about Fantastic Beasts. Dell says I like Crimes of Grindelwald, and then
Grindelwald.
Yeah, Grindelwald.
See, I'm not even an HP fan, and I know how to pronounce these words.
Honestly, no, it's not. It's not even. It's not even like the pronunciation. It's just strictly me in chat.
Oh, hey man, it's all good.
I'm surprised
you haven't. I'm surprised you haven't thrown as many TV series questions. But I mean, I know I'm a movie addict through and through, but I do watch some TV too. Granted, not so much the current stuff, but past stuff like Seinfeld and like other stuff that I watched when I was a kid, like Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman and Smallville, and like freaking. I mean, when you're growing up in the 90s, Dylan, the one thing that was on everyone's minds, aside from the other networks that were on and did have good followings for their respectable time slots, Fox Kids was everybody's jam in the 90s, man.
I 100% agree. I grew up with cartoons. I grew up in the 90s. I mean,
do you
Warner
have any
Brothers
idea
Kids?
How excited? Do you
Warner
have any
Brothers
idea
Kids,
how
do you ever see
excited
that?
I was? Which one?
Warner Brothers, like on Saturday mornings when they had the cartoon hours, Warner Brother Kids. Where Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all that good stuff would come on. Digimon.
Pikachu. No, I don't speak that because I've never seen those series respectively. But I will say this, though. On Fox Kids, do you have any idea how excited I was when I got off the bus or my mom was picking me up from school and I would ride home just so I can hear the theme song, Go Go Power Rangers? Come on, man.
The original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is the best Power Rangers of all time. Everything else is garbage.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. That's a hot take because my favorite season of Power Rangers is Time Force from 2001. That is the best season, in my opinion, of Power Rangers.
Okay, the new Power Rangers movie,
2017, yeah.
High Key was actually pretty good.
Those were pretty good, not gonna lie.
Dude, I actually like the Power Rangers movie. I'm actually looking forward to the next one.
I know it's a mixed bag. With all the fans out there in the world of Power Rangers. The 2017 movie specifically, the reboot movie. I loved it, and I still do to this day. Saban's Power Rangers from 2017 is so good, and the fact that they had the Blue Ranger have autism, which is, I work with autistic adults, and autism is a big deal with me personally and professionally because that's part of my job. It's one of my jobs I do. So when they have that, and he's the Blue Ranger, but by the way, if you can't tell, blue's my favorite color, baby. So when you get a Blue Ranger who has autism and kicking it with the Rangers and saving the world one mission at a time, I can't say no. So Power Rangers is awesome, and the 2017 film is so underrated.
I freaking loved it, to be honest.
It was extremely
so good. Dude, that whole cast is so good. It's just, it bums me out that we're never going to get a sequel with that cast.
What, really? I thought they were talking about a sequel.
No, they're rebooting it because the movie in 2017 didn't make enough money and did poorly with critics.
Yeah.
I actually liked it.
The Red Ranger was the guy from
Stranger Things, Dacker Montgomery. That's right.
Yes.
The Pink Ranger was the girl from Aladdin, the new remake.
Naomi Scott. And by the way, Naomi, I know you're watching this. Naomi, you never should have been in Aladdin. You've never should have been in Charlie's Angels. You have a bad agent, Naomi. You have a terrible, terrible agent. I love you because you were our Pink Ranger for this new generation of fans. I'm just going to say that outright. But you need a better agent, honey. You need better movies because nobody asked anybody to remake Aladdin because you can't remake Aladdin because that's Robin Williams' baby. And secondly, you can't reboot Charlie's Angels because the 2000s movie with Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore, and Cameron Diaz was awesome. You can't top that.
Ryan, my wife is talking shit on you right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is she saying in the chat? I apologize.
No, she's not in the chat. She's in my phone. She goes, "What's you dragging for?" And
sorry,
I told her your opinion on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and you said Time Force was the best. And she goes, "How old is he?" I go, "My age, I think." And she goes, "Well, that's the problem." Hey, hold on, you're defending me.
I mean, wait a minute? Is this by the way, is this a real question? Do you want to know how young or old I am? Because I can tell you outright if you want.
I'm gonna guess you're 26.
Higher, Bob.
28.
Higher.
30.
Higher, man. Come on.
Less than 40.
This guy's old. He's about to die.
Yes. Less than 40. You're in the ballpark. Keep going, man.
All right, 35, 36.
Nope. Lower.
31, 32,
32?
33, 34, 35, 36.
Okay. Whoa, chill, man. 33 is the magic number. There you go. 33 years young. This guy right here.
Are you really? Dang, you don't look
Yes.
that old.
I know. I look like I'm 15 or 18. Just got out of high school, baby. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I got the baby face look going on.
Well, you certainly have the energy of someone our age. I mean, we're all 26, so.
Hey, man, I don't drink no
I'll have
coffee.
you know
I don't
I'm
drink
not
no Monster
26.
Energy drinks. What you see on the screen every time, whether I've had a meal beforehand or not, is 10,000 volts of energy coursing through my veins. This is who I am.
Oh, man, I wish I was like you. I'm 26, and I literally can't make it through the day without several cups of coffee, so.
Oh, God, man,
I'm
you're
27,
dragging those
and I
feet.
can't make it
I
through the
am.
day without several bumps of cocaine.
Okay, Matt.
Well, wow, that's something I didn't expect to hear on a live
Hey,
show in the middle
I
of a
made it
Thursday.
almost an hour without saying something controversial, damn it.
Yes,
That's okay,
honestly,
man.
he did pretty good. I'll give him that. I'll give Matt that. He did pretty good. He made it all the way through the show. We're an hour 15. Dang, that went fast. Went real fast.
No, don't you just hate it when time flies when you're having fun?
I honestly,
Isn't
really,
it true? I mean, we didn't expect to have Nicole on with us, but she came in here and she made
No,
a big
I can't.
splash, made a great impact. So Nicole, thanks for being with us.
I know. I don't know whether it'd be nice
Say
of
that
me
to
right
my
now.
face.
So.
You young and dumb too, bitch.
My wife said
I-
I'm young and dumb too, bitch.
Wow. By the way, nice to meet you, Mrs. Whatever your last name is. I'm trying to
Mrs.
be-
Pratt Allen.
Hey, by the way, nice to meet
Nice
you,
to,
Mrs.
nice to meet you.
whatever
Thanks
your
for
last
giving us a
name is.
quick shout out, or him a shout out.
Pratt Allen. Pratt Allen.
Hey, who
Frat
says Frat
Allen?
Allen? That's
Yes,
my name.
that's
What does
Don't
that
worry.
Frat
mean?
Allen.
Fraternity Allen?
Yeah, look at him. Look at him with the baseball cap and the white
The
beaters.
Batman tank top.
Yeah.
By the way, Batman's
Frat
awesome
Allen.
too.
That's
There's nothing
for
wrong
you,
with
Dylan.
Batman. I mean,
Okay.
hey, Dylan, you're talking to the guy who watches Tim Burton's 1989 Batman like 30 times a year.
Okay, nerd, I love you.
What was that, Nicole?
That's a good one. Tim Burton's Batman.
Dude, Tim Burton's Batman is gold. I can watch that movie every day of my life and not
Wait.
get tired of it. By the way, I can
Tim
quote it
Burton
like
made a Batman movie?
like no other.
Hot take alert. I don't like Tim Burton. I think he's overrated.
Hey, here's
Thank
the thing.
you.
I'm not a big
I
Tim
agree
Burton
with you,
fan either,
Dylan.
but when he makes a good movie, he makes a good movie. Which
Fair.
There's some
Case-
good.
case in point.
I think
Tim
his-
Burton, the first. By the way, 1989's Batman, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice are Tim Burton's best
Okay.
films. Everything else he's done has been garbage.
Oh,
But
really?
every
I think his best movie is definitely what is I think his
Dude,
best
Beetle-
movie is
by the way-
Halloween, the Nightmare
Beetle-
Before Christmas. That one.
I need everybody's
he didn't direct
undivided
that
attention.
though. He didn't direct
Oh, he
Nightmare
didn't.
Before Christmas.
Okay.
He produced it. He produced it, but he didn't direct it.
That explains why it's
I need
good.
everybody's attention
I mean,
for
it's still
a
a
second.
Tim Burton movie because Tim Burton is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and he's been that way since he was born. But yeah,
I'm
yeah.
about to say something, and it's gonna get me beat up, but I need a live reaction.
Okay, please don't get us
Oh
banned.
God.
Tim
Yes,
Burton
man,
is
man.
terrible, and The Nightmare Before Christmas is awful.
I agree.
Wow.
Well, I think A Nightmare Before Christmas is good.
She
but-
doesn't seem impressed, man. She seems upset. Is that the word? Is that the word, by the way? Upset? That's a word we can use on the air, right? Yeah, upset, angry,
Yeah,
frustrated.
no,
Not
that's part of the
It's gonna
banned
live on the
list, bro.
internet forever.
That's like the PG version. She's ticked off. Nobody says ticked off anymore, but I do. So
Let's see. Before we
I
end,
say it.
we have DJ in chat saying, I like the live action Aladdin. I really appreciate that Will Smith kind of made his own genie rather than trying to
That's fair.
act out Robin Williams' version.
very fair.
Will
extremely
Smith's
respectable.
genie was bad in my opinion.
My
It
wife
wasn't
is
as good
asking-
as Robin, of course, but nonetheless, I thought it was good.
Love you.
His own. I mean, when you're getting compared to somebody that iconic,
Yeah.
you gotta try to figure out how to do it on your own. You look
Yeah.
at it, like if you're looking like all the Jokers, there's so many
Yeah.
like. Jokers.
I heard Will Smith made it his own. It's just in good conscience. I have no desire to see the live action remake of Aladdin. I've never even seen it, nor do I want to see it because I hold the one with Robin Williams so close to my heart and so close to the vest.
Okay, so one small
True.
correction to that, because he corrected himself later. He said Will Smith's genie was not bad. It
was not
just,
bad.
Yes, it just wasn't as good
That's
as
fair.
Robin
That's
Williams.
fair. I've heard
So,
people
yeah.
say that Will Smith put a good spin on the character, so that's
Yeah.
respectable. I get
Dylan,
that.
fix this. I got you. I saw that immediately.
Dylan, fix your stream. Don't cross the streams
I
because
got
it
it.
could be bad.
I got it. I got it.
No,
I got
kidding.
it. Woo! You can wipe the sweat off, DJ. I promise. Pursuit of Happiness, good or bad? I liked it.
I thought the movie's good. I don't think it's great, but it's good. It's good for what it is.
You know what movie
Yeah,
I saw?
it
that
tugs on your
Will Smith-
heartstrings a little too much, but I understand why.
Now I'm a big Will Smith fan, and I saw. I'm not gonna name the name of the movie yet, but I saw this movie, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's got Will Smith in it. It's gonna be awesome," and it was terrible. And
After
the name
Earth?
of that movie is After Earth.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah, it
the
was
trailer
bad.
didn't do it any favors, and I looked at my friends like, is anyone else gonna see After Earth? They're like, nah. I'm like, all right, cool, we'll skip it.
Honestly, my
I
mom
also
really loves that movie.
hate the Avatar
What, the
movies.
kid,
I
Jaden
couldn't
Smith?
get into them.
Yeah, well, Jaden Smith has a bit of trouble with acting, that's all. But yeah, hey, it happens. It happens. Some people just have trouble.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, hey, it takes a couple of roles for someone to find their footing as an actor. That's the business. That's how it works.
Is there?
You know, I mean,
I
mean, look at me. I did a one-act play in high school before I got my first big role, which was, you know, less than a year later in high school. My big role was playing Deputy Governor Danforth in The Crucible.
You know who surprisingly plays a good serious character? Ashton Kutcher in The Guardian.
See, okay, I am not a big Ashton Kutcher fan, but when he does a drama movie like The Butterfly Effect or The Guardian, he is good, man. Like, he's on. But when he does comedy or he does that TV series that's been around for like, what, 50 years called Punk'd, don't care. It's garbage. Move on to something else.
I honestly, I hated The Ranch. I'll be real with you. I thought The Ranch was trash.
Dude, I've never even seen The Ranch.
So the reason why I hate The Ranch is because it plays itself like a comedy and they have laugh tracks. But it's
really?
Yes, they have a laugh track.
There's a laugh track in this?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And it's supposed to be funny and they're supposed to have these funny scenes, but they talk about some serious stuff. Like literally there was an episode where this guy got murdered and they're talking about this guy having charges and then there's a laugh track over it. I'm like, this doesn't match. What are you doing?
I got you. Ryan, I got you.
Oh,
what is it,
ranch dressing? Okay, that's creative for a joke, right, fans? For those of you watching in the chat,
all 20,000 of you.
All 20,000, baby. That's right. We're in an arena full of people tonight. That's right.
Hey, we're getting it. We're getting it one day. We're gonna have 20,000.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Hey, you gotta remember. You gotta think big, man. You gotta think positive, especially in this day and age with the world going to you know what because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
gotta take it day by day and try to think positive. Try to make each day better than the last.
Absolutely.
That's what we do in this world, people.
So before we close out, let's read some of these real quick. Dell says Pursuit of Happiness was awesome. Okay. He also did say the Pee-wee anything is weird.
Well, Pee-wee's a weird person in general, but Pee-wee's Big Adventure has its moment. It's not as funny as I remember it, but it's still decent.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would take Beetlejuice over Pee-wee's Big Adventure if you're comparing the two.
Fair. Let's see. I like
with professional here.
I like how he had his real son in the movie. Happiest Loner says, y'all seen the I Am Legend video with Kevin Spacey as the sound guy? Yes, it's hilarious.
Wow.
Have you seen it?
No, I've never even heard of this.
Okay. You gotta watch it. I'll send it to you after this.
Dude, send me a link to some of this stuff, man.
I will.
I've never seen it before.
And
I will.
It was Kevin James as the sound guy, not Kevin Spacey.
Oh, Kevin James, aka the King of Queens. Okay.
Yes, I meant Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, the other guy.
It'd probably be funnier with Kevin Spacey because.
I mean, hey, you know, you look at him in The Usual Suspects and what his life has come to now. You're kind of like, was that a prophecy that he was a bad guy all along?
It was forthcoming. Yeah, it was forthcoming.
Was it forthcoming? Because that line he drops at the end of the movie, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. Oh. Which, by the way, is one of the best and truest lines you're ever going to hear in a movie.
I mean, it's quoted like way more now outside of movie
It is,
context.
but it's also true.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, I respect all belief systems, but you know, in my opinion, anyway, I don't mean to turn this into a you know what thing, but still.
Maybe we can have you back on and we can have a you know what conversation.
I don't know. Maybe we could get into a deeper spiritual conversation or something. I don't know.
That'd be fun. We are actually a long time over the normal limit because we're just going at it. We're just having fun.
We're having too much fun. Blame Nicole.
I do. Yeah, honestly, Nicole, you're making time go by fast. I don't know if I want to be mean or nice on stream, so I think I'll opt for nice because I'm already in Doghouse. So.
You mean when the cameras turn off, I'm still here. So.
I know.
Did you hear that, folks? Did you hear that in the chat?
That means she's gonna
If your
beat
life
me
is in
after.
danger,
She's gonna beat me after.
Yeah, she's gonna give you one of those beat downs for not being the good husband today.
Yeah, look, listen, I'm
Robert.
blinking twice because I'm in danger. Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say, if you're in danger, blink twice.
Yeah.
If anyone's watching in the chat, make sure you call his hotline so he can get safety protocols.
Please, please, please. Okay, guys, this has been Daydreams with Mr. Ryan. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you for being a guest on today's show. I will keep you on this side. Let me raid somebody on Twitch, and then you and I can chit chat. Second, sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We need proof of life text
No, I don't
from
have
Dylan
a question.
in an
I'm
hour.
about to go live on Twitch.
Are you really? Are you
Yes.
live? Are you live right now?
I'm actually hosting you right now, but I'm about to take my channel back and go with some Halo 3
right,
Legendary.
If you want, hit live right now, and then I can just raid you.
You people and your streaming services.
I know. I want to use. Listen, I want to use StreamYard, and actually want to
Hey,
get.
that's what we use for our shows at Nerd Culture, baby.
Listen, I
All right,
love
everybody.
StreamYard.
I love you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here so I can go over to my Twitch channel.
Perfect.
Have a good night. Have a drink on us, man.
Please
Bye, Nikki.
go live. Go live as soon as possible because I gotta hit the raid. Okay.
Such a dude. That guy is he's a character.
He is, isn't he?
Hey, listen, man. I've been on this earth for over 3 decades. I've seen some characters in my day. I probably put him in the top 5.
Is he really?
I mean,
He's
maybe top 10.
Definitely memorable, guys. Definitely
If you want to
memorable.
put him in the top 10, we can make a list in a couple of years once I've met some more people.
Amen. Let's see. You literally were just about to say something though. What were you about to say?
I don't know. Normally at this point, the host would say, "Hey, where can people find you online, good sir?"
Yes, actually, where could people find you online? We were talking about
let's
StreamYard. We were talking about StreamYard. That's what we were talking
StreamYard,
about.
and we talk about doing
We were
plugs
leading
for
into
other
that.
people, right?
We were leading into that. Yeah, go ahead.
So StreamYard's a great service if you're looking to do your podcast or other types of live streams, or you want to get your friends on there, do a show, maybe even watch a movie together as a family. Have fun with it. But anyway, listen, in all seriousness though, Dylan, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for having me. I appreciate it 100%. It was great to meet the other half of your family, the love of your life right here with Nicole. Thanks for being with us. It was great to meet you, by the way. Full disclosure, I just want to point that out before we leave. But I will say this. Catch me on Anchor. You can find my podcast. It's called The Nerdcast. Talk about movies in past and present. Those episodes drop every single week. I also have videos on YouTube with Nerd Culture. Our team at Nerd Culture, we got everything. We talk about video games. We talk about movies. We talk about TV shows, comic books, anime, whatever. Anything you want in the nerd realm, we talk about there. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at It's Nerd Culture. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Do all that stuff. And thanks for having me.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Mr. Ryan. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep you over here. I'm going to wait for Matt to go live. I'm going to paste this link into the Twitch. And that is Nerd Culture on YouTube. So, guys, go check them out. Hit that like, subscribe button. Because we love Ryan. He's an awesome guest. Yes, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on the YouTube channel if you guys are already there. And hashtag Dream Team, guys. Hashtag Dream Team. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for daydreaming. We're still waiting on Matt. Give him a second because Matt is, Matt. So, /raid. And then here he is. Ninja Jinja. That's what it is. Ninja Jinja. And then we're leaving. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Go drop some hashtag Daydreams and Matt's stream. I love each and every one of you. Thank you, guys. I love you, and I'll keep you right here. Catch you on IG, guys. And right now.